Hello everybody, hope you are well. So we are back in the garage. Well, we're not in the garage today, we're just emptying it at the moment. So we're getting all my stuff ready just to go in my van, and then I'm taking the van home and I'm sorting out what spares go in which vehicle. So we've got the Touran and the Vito. So I don't know what's going to happen in this episode. Today is Thursday and it is 12:15 in the afternoon. I will be taking Ronda out again for another road test tonight after some tracking, scrub some tyres in and stuff like that. But we do need to, today's the van day, so I need to get all my spare parts out of the sheds and everywhere where I've got them stored and all that sort of jazz. So that's going to be today, but I don't know what's going to happen in this episode. I don't know how long it's going to be, what days we'll get to, but yeah, we're here for the journey, aren't we? So we might even end up getting on the ferry in this episode. So, but yeah, like I said, we're looking forward to it now. We're sorting the last few bits, so car is absolutely brilliant. Went for a road test last night. Brake pedal feels lovely now. Got the new lines on, so I think the old ones were a bit past it. Keep them just spent anyway. But yeah, no, really enjoyable to drive. Quick through the box. That's all I've got to say. Pretty nippy now. I get more and more surprised the more I drive it. So, but yeah, happy days. So I'll crack on and I will get these in a van. Whew. Well, if I didn't think my van was full before, it is now to the roof. Right, off to the bakery, and then running around for a few more bits. Need some big Jubilee clamps to make some lamp steadies for the Touran. And I think that's going to go off to Katie. I'll give her a Hoover for her, because, you know, it'll be nice and clean then, won't it? And a bit of elbow grease on the dash and all the rest of it. So right, cool, let's go. Back at HQ with all the cars and everything. Oh, that's some bright. We're just sorting out vans and things. That is a full van. There's a lot of stuff in there. We probably don't need all of it, but we'll give it a go. Dave's here on the Hoover sorting out Katie's car. So yeah, we're going to get the lamp pod steadies just riveted on there dead quick, and then this thing is ready to go, barring just whatever I decide to put in it. Katie's said don't overload it, so I'm not overloading it. So I might put a set of wheels in it and a fluid box and one or two other bits and call it good. So happy days. I've got to crack on because time's going. Right, oh god, it is windy. I don't know if you can hear me very well. Me and Dave have got the van empty. Oh great, the van doors have shut themselves on the wrong way. Got a lovely gouge in the back door now. Brilliant. Right. Van empty. There is a marquee down there with a toolbox next to it. There's going to be another marquee stacked on top of that, and the blue side and the roofs for the marquee will be up there. I will spin the camera around and show you what we're done with. Right, so went to Booker's this week, got some drinks and whatnot. So all the power tools are here. This box needs to be with the other box organisers. So we've got box organisers here. So there's bolts, there is electrical connectors are going to go in this new one. So that's going to be all the electrical box. So I've got electrical box, I've got nuts and bolts, and then that will be, you know, other bits. Right, so 3 boxes of fluids. Fluids are going to go into this blue one. So I'll pick through what brake fluid and engine oil and coolant and all the rest of it, and power steering fluid will go into that. So that is going to be the coolant, the fluids box. These are going to be the organisers. New trolley jacks here. We've got jerry cans here that we need to paint the numbers on. I've just had a go with this, like a white pen, whatever that, grout marker type thing. It actually worked quite well, so it doesn't rub off. So that's a win. So that's jerry cans there. Power tools there. Rubbish, That's going in the toolbox, so it's all sockets, seat rails and stuff, coolant hoses and engine parts. So we have got some sort of slave cylinders and stuff, set of wheels, another set of wheels, drive shaft and suspension arms and stuff I need to go through. Over here, there's not a right lot left over here really. We've got a bag of brake lines, we've got a few fuel lines and stuff like that in case we need, and there's a spare fuse box. I do have more of those. Come through here, we've got a spare set of discs, we've got a spare brake pads in that bag just there. Come round here, Dave's sat. Right, so in here we have got lenses each side just in case we do need one. So like I say, we've got power steering pump, we've got dizzy cap, we've got internal fuse box, exterior fuse box, because they've got these fancy fuses in these. So the Honda specific fuse, I imagine they're a nightmare. So every car I buy, or spare car, we've got all these fuses, all in kept in the same place. So if you need one out of the car, you take one out of that, put it in the car, job's a good one. Hang on a minute. Wow, it's getting a bit blistery out here. Spare wheel arch in case we need it. We do have some spare top wishbones. We've got suspension forks, we've got each side struts, we've got drop links there, we've got anti-roll bar bushes there. These are the rear camber, just in case we need them. Spare start motor, and I do have somewhere in a box some more power steering belts and stuff like that. This is going round the spare wheel, so I'll probably get rid of that one. I'll put all that stuff onto here, just to make life a bit easier. And then on the other side, spare lights, I'll get rid of that one because we'll use them other two. We've got a we've got a rad with another fan on it, and I think, you know, we're about there. That's the spares package that we've got. That's the jack to go in the car, so I need to remember that. Trailer's all nice and sorted. Actually, there is a brake light, so I put these new brake lights on the back of the trailer, just down here. So these ones here, this side's not working, that side is, so I'll just run a cable across. Something obviously gone wrong somewhere, but so now I need to decide what's going in this, because this is going tonight, so I don't know if you can hear me. This is proper windy here. This is going tonight. Kate is taking this, so I need to decide what's going in here, whether it be a set of wheels or the fluid box or some. I don't want to put jerry cans in there because I don't want to be in petrol gassed out going up there. I'll just put these steadies on the front as well. So just some Jubilee clips, cut them in half, riveted them in. They're proper solid now, so miles better than what they were. I don't know if they're set very well, but they've got to be better than nothing, haven't they? So happy days. Right, let's crack on. I can see a bit better now. I've changed the wide angle of everything. So this is the toolbox. I'm glad I've got this sort of this way round now. I might even scoot it forward a little bit more. But I've got a little bracket down here to get a few L-shaped brackets and fix it down. We've got tie down kits for the marquees and stuff like that, so got my little deck chair there as well. But yeah, right, so I think the next job is to put all these fluids into one box. So I've got to go through now and decide what I'm taking and what I'm not. So yeah, we'll do that right now. Right guys, we're just back in the garage. I didn't quite get the van all sort of loaded tonight, but made a lot of progress. Got the spares and stuff, well not spares, but what I needed to get in the chase car that's going to Katie. I've got 4 wheels and tyres in there, coolant and fluids, and some power tools and stuff like that. So that's all ready to go. Katie's going to take that. Meanwhile, been back in the garage, as you can see. Done the tracking. Thank you very much, Andrew Jackson. You're a star. We've got that all sorted and ironed out, so feel a lot better with that. What else have I done? Oh, I'll turn the camera around for you. Just doing a bit of promoting. So this is Gatehouse Print. This is Katie's company, Navigator, based in Morecambe. If anybody needs any embroidery doing, or shirts making, hoodies, any workwear or anything like that, she's got state-of-the-art embroidery machines. So it's Gatehouse Print. Find her on Facebook, drop her a little message and she'll be able to iron some stuff out for you. But we've just been sort of like going around the car, just tidying stuff up, putting a bit of gold on there. This glue at the bottom of the car here was a bit crap, so I just refreshed that. And come into the boot section. I've just got the battery on charge on the charger there. So try this trolley jack out. Feel a lot better with this rather than one of them Widowmakers. So this just needs, you know, that's not fixed in. There's a nice little indent there. So I think a little rubber mat for that to sit on so it doesn't chatter, with some of them spring clips that hold, clink, 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 and then maybe a strap in the middle. So I need that to go in there. So that'll be happening maybe tomorrow. So I'll have to get hold of some of them spring clips, but everything else in here is pretty good really. Give her a hoover out and whatnot. So in here, the tow rope won't live in there, it'll live under this, under the spare wheel, just in case we need it. But in there we've got a wheel brace, fuel sampling, and I do also need to put a little toolkit in there as well. So that's on the way, have ordered one. But we've tidied the garage up, and oh, on here we've got a car cover. So we are staying at a Pennyground campsite. And we've got a 6x3 marquee, and we will be, I think there's about 10 of us that are all stopping. So if it's raining, it means we can push Ronda out into the rain with a new fancy new cover, which fits absolutely perfect. I got a size medium because I didn't think it'd be like a Twingo sort of size. So that's pretty cool. So she's got some straps and stuff on her that go under the car and wing mirrors and whatnot. So yeah, screw fixed, 23 quid or something like that. Wasn't too expensive. Really good quality one. The box is down here. This is what I've got. I'll tell you what, I'll spin the camera around so you can. So it's a Maypole one. Breathable car cover, all year round protection. Comes with a. You're not going to get it back in that box once you've got it out. So it actually comes in its own bag, which is cool. Really, really thick material. Not like I've had some car covers before, and they've been really like plasticky, but this is more fabric. It's got anti-rip and stuff in it, so really good. I'm quite impressed with that, to be fair, for what it cost me. So yeah, proper car cover. And even after Mull, if she's on trailer or whatnot, or if she is outside, car cover on, strap her up for winter. Job is a good one. So I've got to get this sticker off. That's for the prom rally. But do you know what, guys? This is probably the first time since I've owned the car that I've been mega happy with how it's turned out. It's been a lot of work, as you've all seen. It's taken 3 months to get here, but with this, you know, uprating the car and the spec of it and getting it all working properly, and new gear kit, new brakes, new brake lines, new fuel lines, painted inside, underneath painted. We've got spherical bearings in the control arms and stuff now. We've got new bilsteins on the back. It's taken a lot of work, but I'm happy with it. I'm super happy with it. Hopefully she, touch wood, she sticks together nice for Mull, and she's eventually nice and reliable for us. Not saying she's not been reliable. It's been, you know, it's been stuff that I've fitted to her that's not been up to it, with the fuel lines and stuff that we've had in the past. But yeah, hopefully we'll have a nice clean run, and yeah, I'm quite happy to get to this point where I'm not rushing on the final day, even though it's like Thursday and I get on the ferry on Monday. I think last time I was right up against it and like doing wiring and stuff on the day before, so yeah, I'm happy. It's nice just to do some like evening driving in her and scrubbing tyres and, you know, just doing that sort of stuff rather than rushing and doing other sort of work on her. So yeah, no, I'm mega happy with the spec of the car that she's been upgraded from to what she is now. it's a natural progression. Like, you know, when you first start rallying, it's all, well, for me, it's been on a budget. It's not been a car that's been thrown together. It has been put together very well from the start, but when you start looking at sort of like close gear ratios and uprating a lot of stuff, it gets expensive fast. So a lot of people think, oh, you've got a rally car, you must have loads of money to throw at it, and it's not the case. I think rallying is as expensive as you want it to be. So, alright, if you want to be absolutely at the sharp end, yeah, you are going to have to chuck a bit of money at it. You're going to have to develop an engine, you might have to have a sequential gearbox, you're going to have to have bigger brakes for the suspension and all the rest of it, because you are travelling faster, so you do need to stop it and slow it down. So it's that's the cycle of upgrading a car, innit? But to go rallying, you know, I've got friends that have gone track daying, where I did do a few track days, not in this car, although I have done a track day in this car. With like, I've got a Subaru as well, so used to do a few in that, but it gets to a point where it wasn't for me anymore, because I'd rather compete. So rather than spending, well, these days it's like, to go and do a track day, it's not 99 quid anymore, it's 299, or, you know, then you've got your tank of fuel in there, which is another 120 quid, and then there's your tyres and your brakes, and it's, you know, it soon adds up to a track day, minimum 500 quid. Well, you can enter a rally for that. I'm not saying you're not going to burn tyres or brakes out or fuel and all. Yes, alright, you are, but it's not going to be as harsh as what a track day is. So the same sort of, what I'm trying to say is, the tyres and stuff that I've used on like Promenade Stages Rally, they'll be alright for 3 events. Whereas if you go and do a track day with them and you get them mega hot, yeah, they're amazing, but you get to 5 o'clock on that track day and they're done. So they go in the bin. So they're absolutely goosed. So, you know, it's all about what you want to spend your money on as well. So a lot of people like to go fishing. A lot of people like to go and play golf. And, you know, it all depends what you're sort of into. People like motorbikes and whatnot. So if you want to go and do a golf membership, £3,000 a year, then you've got your bats to buy, you've got your Rupert trousers to get, and your polo shirts, and then you go and have a drink in the bar. And if people like to do that, absolutely fair enough. You know, that's what you enjoy doing, like the social side of it and all the rest of it. But if you do maybe 2 or 3 rallies a year, probably works out, well, I won't say cheaper, but the running cost of the car, once you've got your running cost, I've had, you know, this has been a refresh, but I haven't refreshed it since I built the car 8 years ago. So yeah, it's all sort of in comparison of what you want to do. So if I'm doing 1 or 2, maybe 3 events a year, I'm excited, the build up to them, and doing it that way, it's exciting enough for me, and it's my hobby, and, you know, like I say, but it's not all about, oh, you've got a rally car, it must be absolutely brilliant for you, but it's been a lot of work, as you've all seen as well. So I haven't got a whole rally team scrutinising the car, going over everything. It's literally myself, so it's my sort of passion. But I enjoy it. Yeah, that's what it's all about, isn't it? If you're something you enjoy doing, you do it, don't you? So, and then, you know, if you've got an entry on one of the biggest rallies in the UK, bring it on. It's going to be amazing. So mega excited. I feel a lot more happier now that the car's finished, and there's literally nothing that I can really think of at all that I need to do. So yeah, that's probably the first time that I've got to learn it. I've got to drive it and get used to the gearbox, and when the downshifts, and because it's a lot shorter ratio gearbox now, so I have a bit of driving to do. So it's been raining pretty hard, as everybody knows, over the last few days. So, you know, driving it around on the back lanes and whatnot, there's no silly speeds that you can drive this at. So you just have to get the brakes bedded in and whatnot, and just do what you can. So, you know, I'm confident and happy that I've done the Promenade stages. So that was a shakedown for at least suspension and brakes and whatnot. The brakes are even better than what they were. I was happy with them now. So, I was happy with them before. So, it's, yeah, no, like I say, just chuffed that the car's now to the stage of what it is. Alright, maybe could do with a set of ProFlex, but again, it's budgets. It's £4,500 for this car, or a set of Riga, probably £6,000 for a set of Riga suspension for it with the canisters. And yes, it probably will handle a lot better once you've worked out all your three-way adjustable damping and how to adjust it and get your spring rates right and valving correct for all that suspension and stuff that you're upgrading. It's alright chucking it onto the car and just going rallying. You might end up driving slower than what this setup might be, because, well, I know this setup, and there's a lot more to learn with three-way adjustable suspension, so that might come in the future, but, you know, there's a lot of research to be done in that respect as well. So, but I do know the places that you can get it from. And engine development, she's still on an absolute standard ECU. She's fast enough, bumped it enough, don't need to go any more speed at the minute. So we've done gearbox, we've done brakes, and we've done suspension, so we're all handling nice. So, you know, again, in future, this has been a big refresh, so it's probably, there hasn't been as many upgrades come in the past sort of, the last few years, maybe what everybody else would have done, but I've been, you know, doing other things. I've had other commitments in life to sort out. I've been sorting a house out, so but yeah, you can't have everything, can you? So, but no, massive thank you to Steve and Caroline for letting me use the garage. It has been amazing. So now it is blowing a gale outside. It has been raining these past few weeks, and there's me just been in here till 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, not making any noise, or trying not to, and just being able to prep it and be happy with it. So massive thank you to them. I do owe them massively. I've started filling up Steve's toolbox for him, and we did paint the floor a little bit to try and say thanks. But he does need some shelves in here. This is doing my head in, because this bench, everything just gets dumped on the bench. So we're having some shelves. I'm going to put some shelves up right the way along here. So that's to come, some garage upgrades for him. But yeah, I really do appreciate it. Like, where I'm staying at the moment, there isn't a garage. So I've only just got the house finished off this year and passed off with all building regs and everything, which has been a big chapter of my life, not going to lie. So there will be a garage at some point. But it's, like, again, it's time. I'm self-employed, trying to go rallying for a bit of excitement. You can't do everything all at once, so it will be coming at some point. But it'll be for myself to build, so it's just counted on me, innit? But yeah, I'm going to drop the chase car off to Katie tomorrow. Her car's going in for a bit of a service, so I'm going to meet her at the garage and hand that over to her. I've cleaned it, I've hoovered it, just cleaned all the glass in it just before, so hopefully she's happy with it. It's got cruise control, so it is a nice thing to drive. It's like a Golf, so you just cruise up the motorway in it. I'll fill that with diesel on the way to pick her up tomorrow, and then she'll drop me off wherever, back home, and then I can crack on with the van, get all the stuff sorted out in there. Like I said, I was showing you before, that netting and stuff, get that on the side of the van. It just saves a lot of space because you can cram it all in and zip tie it all together, and it's all nice and not making any rattly noises and stuff like that. And then I've got a condensation sheet that I'm going to put across the top of the roof, and some LED lights on batteries and stuff like that, because we are camping in it this year, so, which I don't mind. I really don't, because there's going to be, like I say, there's going to be about 10 or 12 of us all on this campsite. And they've all got camper vans, and we're all hooked up to the electric, and I bought a little oil heater from Screwfix yesterday, so it's going to be nice and warm. So I've got to Asda and buy some duvets. It'll be right, won't it? So the things you do to go rallying, eh? But ferry's booked on Monday. Today's Thursday. I've got a one wire left. I've noticed to do on the trailer. I've noticed one of the brake lights stopped working for whatever reason, so I'm just going to run a wire from the other one. They all work. Job done. So that's tomorrow. I'll sort that out. But yeah, we're getting there. We really are getting there. Steve and Caroline are setting off on Saturday. Katie is going up on Saturday, and she's got a ferry crossing on Saturday. Jacko is coming up later on in the week with with girlfriend, and then Phil and Jill, they're going on Saturday as well. So yeah, it's like going to be a big horseshoe. That'll be quite cool. And then we're going to do probably recce as soon as we get to the island, just because I know later on in the week it gets a bit busy on the roads, on the stages. So yeah, it's going to be a long drive on Monday. 60 mile an hour with the trailer on, probably about 6 hours to Oban, across the ferry, dump the car, dump the van, and then we'll go straight into recceing. So we've got them bonnet stays on, them lamp stays on today, so it'll look a bit better at night, won't it? Don't be shaking lamps, that does me head in. Speaking of shaking lamps, I did a road test on this yesterday, and I was like, oh, then lights have started shaking. I wonder if it's the lenses that have come loose in there. And then the bonnet I just found just before it was about to fall off. I don't know why. I've got a funny feeling. So because the timing was out, things got a bit hot, and so the glue on the skeleton of the bonnet actually popped off the skin. So I think because the skin's sort of like vibrating because it's got a solid engine mount in it, so it's shaking now, the bonnet, more than it used to. So I think the bolts have started undoing themselves, but we'll have to put a bit of Loctite on them if we need to, or a bolt on the side of it, nut on the other side of it. But anyway, right, that's me. I'm gibbering on, but we're nearly there. So happy days. Thanks for Dave, my brother, helping out today, just moving all the spares out the bottom of the all my sheds and stuff that I've got all my rally spares and stuff in. So we've got a left and a right bottom arm and suspension forks and all the rest of it, and spare brakes and discs and everything. So yeah, no, we're all good. I'm organised of what I'm actually going to take. So it's going to be a bit of a squeeze in the Vito with obviously sleeping in it as well. But like I say, we'll get him in. We'll manage it. So, but once the rally's actually on, the bed can come out the van, because we ain't going to be sleeping so much in that van anyway, because it's going to be all go in it. So anyway, right, that's going to be enough for tonight. I will catch you tomorrow. Morning everybody. Next day. So just trying to get a little bit organised on the whole spares front. Previous years haven't slept in the van. Well, I think we've managed it. Right, I'll turn the camera around and I'll show you what I've been on with. I apologise if the wind's getting to you, but this is what I'm doing. So just mapping out. So this is the mesh that has been on the van in previous years. So I'm just mapping out so I can zip tie absolutely everything. So we've got bottom arms, rear bottom arms, we've got front bottom arms each side, then we've got suspension forks, complete uprights, we've got anti-roll bar stuff here, rear camber stuff, we've got a new starter motor, well not new, we've got alternator, power steering, hoses and some spark plug leads, slave cylinder, we've got track rod ends, dizzy cap there, spare fuses just in case we need them, and then I've got to find a place for these. But then this is the one that, so the spare wheel in the van lives here, so I'm just utilising space really. So just suspension struts, top wishbones, pair of drive shafts there. So we come over to the van, and then on previous years this has been right across the van, but I'm going to be sleeping in it this year, so I'm just going to have to find another alternative just to put these. So these will be on the tyre rack, jerry cans will be in the fuel area, there's a trolley jack down here that I can just shove in the marquee. So this is the L shape, so it goes across there, worked very well last time, and on this side that's where that square is going to be. So I'm not against actually zip tying a little cage or something onto the roof or something, or maybe behind the seats over there. Can't really do too much over there because there's another marquee to go on top of that one yet, and then the toolbox is in a good place too, so it gives me leg room and stuff here. So budget rallying at its finest. I think we're going to put a mesh on the roof and screw it up. It's only going to have light stuff on there, so it'll be like a, you know, like I say, this literally just this. So there's those two lenses over there, two headlights and a rad. So they're not heavy, they just need space. They're a bit bulky, so they just need space to put them. But yeah, no, I think they'll be alright up there. So I'm going to take a picture of these things, how I've mapped them out, because it's taken me a little while just to get them where we need stuff, but yeah, fits quite well I think. So what I'll do, like I say, take a picture of this, zip tie the cage in, or not zip tie the cage in, but I'll screw the cage in and that one, and then everything zip ties to it. So I've got another set of wheels here, that'll be on the tyre rack on the trailer, and then yeah, things like that will just go where they can, can't they? We'll just zip tie them in somewhere. So that's a load of stuff, so it's a right mess around the back of my house at the minute. This is stuff that I've sorted through that I'm not taking. I've got spares also, stuff like bottom arms, I've got some there, and you know, spare. I've had quite a few Hondas over the years that I've managed to steal parts off and stuff, so like I say, there's all going back into the sheds, and then this is what we're taking. So I've just got a little bit, I don't know, ahead of myself. So these are the only things that are needed to go on the ceiling of the van. That was just thinking just then. But then a whole other vehicle going on. So I'll just put them in that. Job done. And then that's all the spare. So it's got fluids and yeah, it's got all the fluids that I need. So gearbox oil and everything into there. It's got some power tools, and then I'll hide these in. I want to keep as much space as possible for Katie to put her stuff in there, so I don't want to fill it too much. Yeah, job done. Right, so all the spares will be bolted to the side of the van, and away we go. Oh, Katie's not too mad with me. Katie's driving this up, and she's got lots of stuff to take with her. I've left her as much low capacity as I possibly can. It's still got a massive boot in there. It's like a little van, so she'll have loads of room in there for her stuff. But yeah, we're in. So put a cover over it all as well, just so stop stuff moving around, and got some bungee cords on it, and it's all in the right place. I really wish this phone had stopped giving me notification as soon as I press the record button. But anyway, I've got to go and pick her up, or drop this car off even. So happy days. Let's go. So I've just been trying to sort out the trailer. So there was one brake light not working on it, so it's been 3 hours of messing around with trailer wiring. So I'll be out of schedule now because I'm really pushing to get all the spares. I will do it. I've got to go to bakery, there's orders to send out, but I've got all the lights and stuff working on trailer now, so I'll spin around and show you. There we go. So what had happened is the earth on all this left hand side of the trailer completely failed, so we're a new one. And we're now all working. Bloody hell. Let's just work, innit? But anyway, we're working. Good morning, next day. So we've got a list of jobs to do today. This is the first one, was to paint some numbers on the jerry cans, because we've got to leave them in the fuel allocated fuel bay, shall we say. So that's done. But I just need to go and find some spring clips and a tie down sort of kit for a jack that's going in the car. I need to rivet that in. Last job to do with the car, and then that's all sorted. So go now and go and do that. Probably while I'm out, take the car out for a little drive and scrub some tyres in, then it's ready. But I've got to do that. I've got to do shop runs before 5 o'clock today. Everything else is sort of like loading the van. So I'll spin the camera around for you. So as we can see, we've got some spares on these racks on the side, each side there. There's these tubs to put into the toolbox. Like I said, I could do this later on. But last night we put a roof liner up, and I did string some LED lights along there and down as well, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, look, a bit suede and furry, isn't it? That'll keep the condensation down anyway, won't it? So right, let's crack on because I've got lots to do. So just been on the road here, there, everywhere, rushing around all the shops to find what I need, and so been looking for some spring clips to hold this jack in the back of the car, and a bit of mud flat material underneath it to stop it scratching up. Been to Wickes, been to Screwfix, been to Tool Station, been everywhere. And then I came here and they've gone, check this place out. It's a Morecambe Festival Market. I think it's open sort of 3 or 4 days a week. There's a tool stand in there. It's literally got everything you possibly need. You can buy beds, you can buy duvets, you can buy probably lawnmowers and hoovers, everything you can possibly think of. It is just got everything. And there's a tool stand in there that's got these spring clips that I need. So happy days. So we're back in the garage at Steve and Caroline's house. Steve's van's already unloaded. They're setting off today, and then they'll be stopping over at I think Loch Lomond or somewhere up there, Oban even. So Phil and Jill, they've headed off today. They've had the motorhome, and they're heading up there too. So that's Steve and Caroline, Steve's dad, mum and dad, and Jacko and Tracy will be coming up later on in the week. So that'll be Thursday, I think they're heading up. And then I've got the ferry booked and everything on Monday. So early start on Monday. But just doing the final few things. So I'll just spin this around for you. So my plan worked. One that I had in my head anyway. Found these little spring clip things. And then got these like little Velcro tie down wrap things, and I've just put a massive rivet underneath, so that ain't going nowhere. So you just put that on tightly there. Job's a good one. Proper fixed in. There's a tool bag just there, so the tool kit in that Steve sorted out yesterday for me. Thank you very much, Dave. But that was officially the last job to do with Ronda. So no more fixing in or anything. So I've got these tyres, these brand new tyres here, still got release agent on them, and so we'll get them scrubbed in today. So we're just going to lift the car up and get them on now. So just pulled Ronda out of the garage. We're about to head on a little road test. Happy, just happy. Everything's sorted. Everything is as best as I possibly can be, so let's not jinx it, Andy, but we'll just go on a little road test, scrub these tyres, and then she's all ready. So it's Saturday today, and it is now 1:15, and then I'm going to put it in the garage, ready for trailer collection either tomorrow or very early Monday morning. So yeah, let's go. So, just back from the road test, and Steve's van's all loaded. You ready, Steve?
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Set off at 6 o'clock.
Set off at 6 o'clock tonight, and then where are you stopping?
Just outside Oban, about 20 minutes outside.
Tinder?
No.
So imagine that town.
Yeah, it's not that cold. It's called Tillingdrum or something like that.
Tillingdrum. No, okay. Happy days.
Should know really, shouldn't I?
You should know where you're going. But no, we'll just scrub these tyres, got them all, the release agent off those. We are now all ready for loading the car. Ronda is as good as it is ever going to be. And so we'll pick her up with the trailer at some point. I need to go home now and finish packing the van. So it's stuff like nuts and bolts and zip ties and fasteners and electrical connectors and all that sort of stuff to sort out. I've got all the spares in and a trolley jack, and I've numbered the fuel cans, but I do have a list on my phone of stuff I need to do. So yeah, we're going to head back there and sort the van out.
I was close. Tainult.
Tainult.
It began with a T.
It began with a T.
I'm going there.
You're going there. So Phil and Jill have set off from picking up the motorhome, haven't they?
Yeah.
And they are on
the kettle.
And they've forgotten the kettle.
Yeah.
Absolute fail. Really?
Yeah, she just takes me.
Oh no. I'll have to get one on the way or something, just get a travel one. But yeah, happy days. Let's go home and sort the van. Alright guys, so we are back home and the time is now 7:30. So last time I was on here it was about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'll just show you where we're up to with the van. Bear with me. Right. Just spin this round for you. Okay, there is a lot going on in here. So, we've got the stuff, everything sorted out. So we've got all these spares up there. We've got jerry cans down there. They've got these fixing the boxes in here. There is a trolley jack in there somewhere. Trolley jack handles right in the corner. Honda original bolts. Sorry, Honda specific nuts and bolts, all spare ones in there. And then we've got this side as well, all sorted too. So you're probably looking there thinking there's not a right lot of room to sleep, but we've got a bed in. But when we get there, 2 marquees will come out, so that gives me a little bit more leg room. And all this comes out because they're the marquee roofs and everything. And then all the jerry cans, they can come out. So yeah, ground sheet there and trolley jack, and you know, that'll all go in marquee, won't it? But yeah, we seem to be organised, and I'll come around the other side. So this is part of rallying that people don't really see. I know you get the car ready and stuff, but you've got to get the van ready too. So I'll just spin the camera around for you and show you what I've been up to. So I've had these in the van since last time. So these are quite handy because they just turn down. So this is what I've been doing this afternoon. So I've got spanners and ratchets and labelling everything up. So neighbours are just come to say hello. So yeah, this is what I've been up to. So we've got screwdrivers in this one. Next one is all drill bits. So that's all that. And then we've got torques and blades in this side, which we need them. We've got handy ones, so it's all like pliers and rivet guns and stuff. And then we've got deep sockets, torque wrench, crowbar, a bit of a knockometer. And then down here is all electrical sort of stuff, so we've got fuses and a bit of cable and crimps and whatnot. And the next one, split pins, rivet gun, rivet nuts. We've got copper washers for brake calipers, sealing washers, we've got some self tappers. And the bottom one is just sort of like miscellaneous really, sort of like oil filter turners and stuff like that. So, and then the top here we've got sockets, got bars of sockets, and these are for gun. They're quite handy. I know they're only screw fix ones, but they go on the end of here like this, spin nuts off and stuff. And this is what I've been using for the it's only a home bargains effort. We've got spark plugs back here. We've got oil filters. I do have a tow sticker there. I do think I need to put that on the front of the car, so I will keep that there. We've got a spare pull cord there, and while I remember, we also have another one in the front of the van, so both of those can go in the same bag. So stick that in there with the other one. That'll be the good one, because Ronda has a nasty habit of snapping off the pull cord handle with the bonnet. Every now and then it just stays a bit proud and goes snap. So, but yeah, pretty much there. We've got cleaning chemicals and stuff here, and we've got, what's this? Can't remember what I bought now. Waterless wash and wax. Give the car a bit of a wipe down. We've got some elbow grease, bit of glass cleaner. We have treated the windscreen with some stuff, but we've got some chips. We've got loads of stuff. In the front we've got handy wipes, so this is going to be clothes and food area. I've got 3 bloody cables here for the campsite, and I went and bought from Screwfix. I don't know if it's going to be any good. 500 watt oil filled radiator, so it's not going to be cold, put it that way. So clear the rubbish out of here, but yeah, we're getting there. So there's a few more electrical connectors and stuff that I need to sort out. I need to put them in a box, and that's in the house at the minute. And I've got a new end to go on a drive shaft as well, so I've got that to do. It's been a bit of a day today though, so I'm about done for today. Been rushing around here and there and everywhere. So tomorrow I've got a food shop to do. Like I said, throw them electrical connectors in, fold the food in the front. Tyres are going on the tyre rack, and then we'll go and get Ronda from the garage at Steve and Caroline's house, and then call it good. I'm not nervous this time. Last time I did Mull, I was a lot more apprehensive and what ifs and all the rest of it. But because we've been before, and this time as well, we're not taking the van as a recce, so we've got the Touran, which will make a massive difference because we can, you know, do your safety notes in a better vehicle than a bloody van. So happy days. So Katie's already up there. She made her way up in the chase car this morning. She's on the island. Got a picture today of her sat outside a house that she's rented and with a coffee. So she's all sorted. And then Steve and Caroline have set off, and Phil and Jill are in Oban already. So I'm the last of the party really, but it's what you got to do. I've got stuff to do, haven't I? So I'm getting there though. So today, that's me going to be logging off. A few more little jobs to do tomorrow. So tomorrow's Sunday, and then we'll be getting the ferry very, very early Monday morning. So probably set off around about 4 in the morning, maybe 3 in the morning, and just cruise our way up there at 60 miles an hour with the trailer on, not rushing, have a few stopover breaks and stuff like that, and then get the ferry at 12 o'clock on Monday. So that's going to be it for this one, guys. Thanks very much for watching, if you're watching this far. Thanks for all your support and all the messages I've been receiving. Yeah, it's looking forward to this one, put it that way. We had a good shakedown at prom rally, and she goes a lot better now than what she did before. So yeah, really up for this one. But if you'd like to subscribe, click the subscribe button. Follow us on Facebook. It's Andy Wild Rallying. I know, someone's in mood. And then yeah, if you do want to support us, it's thewildbakery.co.uk. Here's the advert.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.